Hello and welcome to another West March Guys live stream. I'm your host AJ. Everybody, please rename yourself.
Oh,
Everybody, thank you for joining us.
my
We
bad.
are going to get it started. First off, with our sponsors, McCarthy Farms, and anything that shows up on their screens. Great. So let's dive into last we left off. You guys had just kind of pulled a little bit of a hilarious switcheroo on the Pirates of the Birds of Paradise. Going in there, pretending you were Thaddeus's men, and then when learning that these pirates had sort of an honor code and a huge soft spot for the Baroness, who was just murdered by your boss, quote unquote. You guys came clean and with some good rolls and maybe a little bit of horniness from one of the NPCs. You guys were able to convince everybody and sort of soft join the mutiny. You learned more about it. You learned that to really join it, you needed to travel all the way to their headquarters, which was on the other side of the continent of Gervaza, and meet a quote unquote T. You sailed there, hugging the coast and keeping out of the way of the all the guards and the pirates and the everything that could be around with the help of Plank. You guys ended your journey, unfortunately, running into a ghost ship. Um, but with the martial prowess of your group and I wanted to heal it so bad when you cast the wrong spell, Etrian. But
I gotta read.
you guys were able to dismiss the curse. I did not say remove, but dismiss it and get aboard your ship and sail through the little like shipwreck cove and find yourself in a coral reef where there was a barge that looks like it was broken in half and sunken partially into the water. When you got there, you met the very small group that calls themselves the Mutiny. It was maybe but a handful of like 8 people. Notably, there was Teddy, the guy who was running or kind of doing the speaking for the entire group, until you met T, who is actually the Baroness. Um, she cinematically came out of a hole that was in the middle of the barge, grabbed a bottle of rum, and pulled up a chair, sat down, welcomed you guys to the mutiny. And while you guys were talking or about to talk, you were pulled the fuck out of existence and had to go deal with some Gith Yankee problems in the Feywild while you were there. I think Heavy was a few of you almost died, but you guys saved a statue, met the Lady of the Lake, and then were shunted right back into your bodies, back or right back into the positions where you were, not skipping a beat between breaths, but still maintaining all of the spoils that you had found and pulled off of the Gith Yankee. Um, I believe Sheila was the only one who doesn't know what happened.
And
As you
Sheila
guys,
and Sheila has a +2 sword.
yeah, as you guys all feel you guys get shit like right back into your like right where you're standing. Um, the Baroness looks at you like hand open with a little bit of a look of confusion as she's looking around at all of you. So are you going to answer?
I'm
Just
sorry.
laugh.
I'm sorry, dear. I spaced out. What were you saying?
Oh no. I asked you first. Would you care to sit down and have a drink?
Yes. Oh, please, yes, yes. We love drinks. We love
Okay.
sitting also.
There's stools, there's benches. You hear a bunch of like as like the pirates that were behind you or the members of the mutiny start to pull up chairs and sit. to listen in on this little interrogation. As you guys sit down, the Baroness Finn, she hands you the bottle she was drinking. It's just pretty shitty rum in a pretty shitty bottle, but it's rum.
Finn takes a big swig.
Ooh, it's all right. It'll it definitely gets the job done, but there's nothing extra to it. There's like maybe one spice in it.
Well,
Uh,
yep. Okay. Thank you.
you wanna come? She looks
So,
around.
so you're alive, yeah?
She gestures with her hand, well, her stub. She goes, albeit barely, but yes, I am alive.
All right. I just double checking because we ran into sort of like a ghosty situation, and I want to make sure you weren't like also a ghosty
That is good thinking.
because I had heard you were dead, and then the undead thing is like no, thank you. So
That's I had never thought of that, but that's a good that might be some good cover I never thought of. But no, I'm not a ghost,
there you
and
go. You're welcome. I'll take 10%.
yeah, glad to see you made it. Plank, you know you did not have to go that way. And Plank kind of blushes for a second and looks down at the ground and goes, "Well, I wanted to see if they could handle it." And she looks over at the rest of you, mate, like finally like dragging her eyes from the ground and giving you guys like this little smirk. And
Is that what that was? Is that why you like jumped halfway off of the ship, going towards the other one, and ended up, face planting into the other ship? Is that was just to test us? Missing with
He
all
was
of you, missing with your
also
guns
hiding for
repeatedly,
quite a bit of it.
running away, screaming and hiding. That was just to test us.
you hear
Just curious.
she her eyes go right back to the ground as you hear from behind you this ah! And this that big hairy arm of Teddy just like points right over Etrian's head, goes, "You're afraid of the ghost. Look how white you're turning." Just fuck off. I ain't no look. Just fuck off. And she just kind of like slumps back, and the Baroness raises her hand, her stub, and she goes, all right, calm down. This is not about you or the fact that you peed your pants probably." She then looks at you guys.
Hello.
This is about you.
Oh.
So my first question. Now I know Plank seems to trust you, and I want to trust you, but why should I?
Well, we came all the way here and we're not attacking you, and I'm pretty sure we could collectively, between us and the other people on our ship, I'm pretty sure we could just collectively overpower you now if we wanted to, and we have not, so, I mean, there's that.
Yes, you do seem oddly like mercenaries, and
No, not mercenaries, survivors.
that one has a sword that is bigger than most of you.
We do tend to fight for money a lot, though.
So you're a
And things
man.
may have taken a turn without us noticing.
Look, semantics, these are titles. Please convince me how I can trust you.
Like, you want Thaddeus out of the picture? We want Thaddeus out of the picture. Yeah.
A lot of
Single
people.
enemy.
He's an asshole, so a lot of people would probably benefit from him leaving this place. This place.
So, how about we all just benefit from this relationship and then we'll figure it out after that?
How do I know you're not a spy?
A spy for whom?
Where's Talon? Show the brand.
Well,
Plank,
I don't know
talk
if,
about the brand.
I don't know if that's gonna really prove that we're not on Thaddeus' side.
True.
If anything, I feel like that would prove the opposite.
She shoots a look over to Plank, and
Is there something we can do to make you trust us?
uh, Plank just kind of shrugs her shoulders a bit, darts back to you guys again. I just want to know if there was any more reason, maybe passion, behind your reason for joining us.
You not know what happened to Asphaya?
Oh
I
yeah,
do not.
that.
Yeah, they completely wiped out where we
They
were.
took our home from us, and the people that we
Yeah, Magmore had just
were
bought a
there
house
first.
there.
Her eye, like her right eyebrow, almost like raises up into her hairline when you start to explain like taking your home.
Megmar, you bought a house in Aspire?
It was more like I was trying to make like a little hospital. That's fucked now.
Were you competing with
Let's try maybe
with Zilch's clinic?
No, it was more free. I wasn't really charging people.
It sounds like competition.
That sounds like competition to me. How did he take it?
I don't know. We never really talked about it.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So
I was unaware.
it seems that you have reason, and a little bit of job. I won't lie. But what kind of skills do you bring to the table? What can you do? What are
Well,
your
I'm a big girl.
Well, we've got Sheila, and that's pretty much it. That's all we need.
Yeah.
I stab things and I shoot them pretty well.
I set things on fire very well.
I'm very good with a boomerang.
To see, like, we're all pretty good at kicking ass.
We're all particularly good at one thing, and if you put us all together, it's
I tend
we
to
make
disagree
one
with that. I'm
giant-
pretty much good at most things.
We also really,
except for
really,
social interaction.
just
Uh,
generally speaking, we really like to blow
Agreed.
shit up.
I just turn into a giant. I'm just gonna turn into a earth elemental. Gonna wait.
You're going to not fit in this barge.
Oh, then never mind.
Too late.
I didn't realize we were inside.
And you're going to, you would sink the barge into,
And we're all dead. Next
Alright.
thing.
not all dead.
I
it's
can
just
do one cool thing.
ruined, you ruined dinner.
I can build and break.
I like both of those things. So that is good. We are in need of well most of those things, but that brings me to my next question. Do you have any resources that are available? That
Define resources.
Well, see,
fighters, ships, mages, weapons, money, friends and
Well,
houses.
Well, our friend Heavy Neck would like to tell you about our fastest ship in all the seas.
But-
All this
but before he does, I
Pretty-
would just like to, I would just like to confirm that we are on a barge full of pirates asking about our resources,
Yes.
including our money, and asking what we have here right now available to you.
Yes. That is a question I'm asking.
Does that seem like a thing that would be smart to tell you the answer to?
We are in a situation where the mutiny prefers complete transparency.
Well, this is lovely. So we first of all, maybe perhaps you would like to be completely transparent with us. What kind of resources do you have?
Okay. We do not have a lot.
That's very transparent. All right, thank you.
I'm
Let
convinced.
me finish. We have a single ship. It is not well maintained. It is off the coast, not too far and out of sight. And that is pretty much it.
I am happy
And,
to maintain your vessel.
And realistically, what are we thinking we would need to take Thaddeus out,
You hear Teddy.
resource wise?
You hear Teddy pipe up. Yeah, we's the only fucking crew that came. We're the only one that ain't traitors. So sorry, we ain't got more ships.
All right, well,
Finn
and
doesn't actually know how many ships we have anymore.
yeah, Finn's gonna look at Heavy Neck and just be like, "Hey, fuck it. We've got like 4 or 5 ships, maybe 6."
You do. Where are these ships?
That's actually a really good question. I'm
Are they
not.
well manned?
Well, we teleported a bunch of times, and I am not sure where we left all of the ships. What, guys? Where did we leave the ships?
That's true.
Well, one of them was Caroline and Port Royal.
Okay, that's one.
That's true.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
We've got this one.
One of them's on the Goblin Island. It was pretty beat up, right?
No.
Isn't that the one we took here? That the one we took here was all messed up.
Finn, are you forgetting that most of the boats got destroyed in the
Wait,
fire?
those were our boats? I thought.
Heavy Neck is going to give you the most stone cold look. Just straight. It's gonna look like he's looking through you, and he's gonna go, "Yeah, those were our ships."
Okay, so we have two boats then.
We may have
had two
overestimated.
boats.
I thought we had a third one somewhere. Didn't we? No. Oh no. We brought it back and it got destroyed in this
They're
fire.
not one at Port Royal still.
Yeah, but that one is what they used to transport all the people.
It's a refugee ship right now,
Exactly.
For now.
and it's not out.
Like
So, like,
half.
we have like two boats, and like
One and a
maybe
half
one of them
ships.
has the guns.
You see Nocton doing some mental math, and I say, Heavy Neck, we may need to renegotiate our bargain.
Not quite bringing as much as we thought to the table.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. What do you mean negotiate the bargain?
I believe that you promised me a ship to turn into a submersible.
You can have the ship we have right now.
That the one with the tree on it?
It's the only one we have right now, guys.
Oh
Please.
yes, we're going to turn one of the ships into an underwater ship.
And how do you plan to do that? With all the
Dun, dun, dun,
ships
dun,
that you have?
Lots of steel and time and likely effort by
So-
unskilled hands.
So Finn wasn't there, but anybody that was in the Feywild would know that Zilch brought back a shit ton of silver.
Oh. Yeah, what was that?
All right. So you have two ships. One has cannons, a shitload of silver, and do you know any do you have any powerful friends
Yeah.
that might assist us?
Oh well.
Are you counting us as powerful or not?
You guys are already into the equation.
In general, we tend to kill people who are not as powerful as us.
We have Dragon Friend.
Yeah, Laronis is for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
Alheric is
gotta
pretty
check in with
good.
that guy.
Eric's been alright.
Oh yes, other Dragon Friends. We have Fire Guy in Port Royal.
Fire guy. Oh, Jet. Yeah.
Yep, that guy.
Yeah, he's a good fighter. We got that.
In his whole group there, the Brothers of Iron or something.
The Iron Family.
Oh,
Iron Family.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have a mafia group in Port Royal, which I don't know if they'll work for us, but
Do you?
that is a
The mouth.
potential resource.
We might be able to recruit them out.
I don't know if we
You
could.
Make some kind of good
Oh,
deal with them.
We could probably make a tradesies.
You know the mouth. You have done dealings with the mouth.
Well, not me personally.
Well,
Yeah.
he has offered to proposition us for future dealings.
What is
But
he
yeah,
up-
we've communicated.
that is not a nice man. That he should not be in a position that he is.
So,
There's a no on that guy then?
But
so, yeah,
that,
so why?
Could be said of most people in power.
I mean, that's an asset. Potential
Okay.
asset.
I guess it depends on how desperate we all are.
You ask for resources, not
This is-
perfect people.
This is true. This is true. In the spirit of being pragmatic. Okay, so you know the mouth. That's a thing. You have.
Wait, hold on. What's the story?
What do you mean the story?
Yeah, why is the
he's
mouth
not a
bad?
good. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really know him.
The mouth is from my experience, someone who it is great to be on his good side. But those people are very few, and the rest of the people have to deal with his bad side. And let me tell you, would not like to be on his bad side.
The bad
Or
side is under the mask, yeah?
that, or his master's bad side, or the man he represents, or that stupid
Master?
accent that he uses.
Yeah, who's his master?
Is this Master Jerry?
Harold.
I'd imagine.
No, Jerry. Okay, Jerry is. You were talking two different cities. It's Lord Empros was the guy that the mouth represented.
Oh.
Or Lord Empros. I don't care. Whatever the two are. As long as you just stay away from him and that's fucking attack dog.
I
But-
think we could agree to that's off limits. Easy enough.
Unless we need something.
Okay, so
And then we'll leave you out of it.
Yeah.
It's not.
Unless it makes more sense to bring you into it.
Right.
to think about
Everyone's just winking.
The situation is very fluid right now.
yes, that is a
It's,
good word.
we'll figure it out.
It's very
So-
liquid, like the seas.
Yeah.
So my next
We're totally gonna get him involved, right? Like,
my next question is,
R.
Yeah.
do you have any enemies I should worry about that are not Thaddeus?
I feel like this crew in combined.
I don't know what the
has-
significance is, but sometimes we run into a lot of gift.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We
I've
just
only
kind
run
of.
into a few.
Yeah. About
All
I
that.
mean, you guys gotta have enemies too, right? It's not like
Oh
we can all just keep that separate, right?
no. Thaddeus makes up a lot of our enemies, and unfortunately, that number's in the 40s with the amount of ships.
So do you think you
So-
have a bounty on any
so-
of your people's heads? Because
so
we
I
have bounties
would
on
imagine-
ours.
I would imagine that
We do.
Wait, what?
luckily, you guys said that the word is that I am dead.
Correct.
So luckily,
Yes.
I probably do not have a bounty on my head. But, and she gestures to the rest of her men and women, if they are seen, they're recognized. It probably won't end well for them. So you could probably assume that there is a metaphorical, if not a literal, bounty on all of the heads. Because these men are the only deserters of my old fleet. One ship. I apparently had a fleet of spineless men. These are the only loyal men I have. So
That is
what
unfortunate.
the point that I'm trying to make is, imagine that we now have 40 separate entities, enemies that could possibly be sailing, are on the seas in every port. So we have a lot of enemies. I will not lie.
Any chance they'd be coming here? They know about
but-
this?
None of my enemies would know where this is. And this barge, I have protected it.
So, unless we outwardly associate with you, why would your enemies matter to us?
Yeah, and the other way around.
I'm just being transparent because if we run into a place where your enemies are, we'd care to know.
Appreciate it. Information is always helpful.
That's what I'm trying to do. This is a cards on the table sort of deal.
Now,
Are
perhaps.
you
Go
are you
ahead.
keeping tabs on Thaddeus?
I am trying. I have one ace up my sleeve.
As she says cards on the table, I just like rummage around in my pack and I pull out a deck of cards.
So who is this inside job?
There's one man. His name is Adrian Pommel. He is one of my only loyal men of my fleet, and in a hasty stroke of brilliance, he decided to fake betray me. He indeed did cut off my head. He indeed.
Oh, brutal.
But he is going to be pretending that he is a Thaddeus supporter, and he is. I have him and his fairy first mate are good friends to have on the inside.
Who's his first mate and what's he look like?
Have you ever seen a fairy before?
I have
I
not.
don't-
About 6 inches.
First mate is a fairy?
I think I've seen one through like a portal at some point.
Oh.
They are. This one is quite entertaining. I've only met him like once or twice. But he is.
Hold on, before you do that, Sheila's gonna gesture to Etrian. Write this down.
Yes.
Party note taker.
I did not agree.
So, Aaron, would you like to describe Barnaby?
Yeah, so Barnaby is a 6-inch fairy who is, I guess really the only word to describe him would be that he is a hillbilly.
Okay.
His powers are druidic in nature, although it's like not to get into the nitty gritty, but like he's basically a druid.
Yeah.
Um,
Minimal amount of like clothing, very simplistic.
yeah, he wears like a green like vest, like a green cloth vest with like um material components woven into it, and like little blue Daisy Dukes.
He is
And
quite a handful, literally.
he has a little staff that's made of a T-Rex bone.
That's pretty impressive.
But they are pretending to be loyal, and we have an arrangement which I was going to bring you in on, but that is a conversation. For I have just two more questions before we can get into my nitty gritty of our plan. But this man is going to be, in a sense, sabotaging a portion of Thaddeus's fleet, and we will be taking it. That is the rough plan. But first, that brings me to my next two questions. I believe this question goes without saying. Are you wanted by any authorities, and do you have any problems being wanted by the authorities? I assume that you lot
Yeah, I don't think so.
probably.
Maybe and no.
Yeah, that
give
sounds
us
about
a-
right.
I suppose that depends what you consider the authorities. I
We're,
I did run into, or a couple of us did run into a ship, like a rather large ship, and one of the captains, I assume, got a pretty good look at me and he tried to, I don't know what he was doing, but he tried to teleport me somewhere.
Oh, um,
We got away, but that was the only ship that. So every time they come for us, we do not like we just kill them all. Except for that one, because that one was very big, much bigger than our ship, and we had to go.
oh, we blew it up though.
yeah,
We blew a hole in the side.
Right.
good for you. That is one of the ships that sunk mine. So
Whoa, we blew a hole in it.
yeah. So that is good to know.
So some of us are recognized, perhaps,
Yeah.
by this one particular individual. We killed the rest.
Mm.
We gotta
We'll go
find that guy and
to-
kill him.
I'm low-key terrified of that one guy, so hopefully we don't run into him again.
Yes, this is going to be.
Like now we're gonna.
This is going to make traveling very difficult. We are going to have to be. Oh, um, I need to. Your ship wouldn't happen to be protected from any sort of magical scrying or viewing,
Mm,
tracking, would it?
You know, we were gonna do that. Did we ever finish that?
I don't.
Nobody ever.
I was gonna do it for fire. I didn't know that we had another one.
Yeah, you have two of them.
Oh, I totally forgot.
I mean, we were gonna get around to it, but
We
we
said
really
that's what I've been
haven't
doing for the
yet.
past couple months.
Yeah.
That
Wasn't
was all my
Lorra-
downtime.
Wasn't Loredas gonna help us so that we could not be detected?
Yeah, he did.
Just hold up my two
Did we?
books.
We
Like,
never did that, did we?
Etrian's holding the two books right now that are like one is proof.
knew there was something I was supposed to be doing.
No.
Okay.
We
Balls.
have the means. We just haven't done it yet.
You're going to need to do that quickly, because if they know your faces, then could possibly be tracking you. And if they're tracking you, then they could. Oh, thank God, this is okay.
They could be here already.
I feel like this ship is protected.
It's protected from detection. Teddy, could you? And you just hear like shifting of a chair, and Teddy's already walking to the back. Just goes, "Nah, we good." And as well, no ships. Who? All right. So, have you guys ever been to the city of Via Macania?
No, but I would like to.
Weren't we avoiding those people on the way here?
We were, but have you guys ever been there? And have you ever been wanted by the authorities of Via Macania?
No.
No. That one is
That one's a-
definite no.
That one's a no. We've
Wait.
never been there.
We're good there.
Well, then good.
I hope.
Plank kind of kicks off the wall for a second, goes, "Yeah, they're gonna know. Like, how do you plan on getting them in?" She like did a little bit of a pursed lip, goes, "We have been, and we have fairly convincing papers that should allow us entry and a stay in the city for 2 weeks. I had to pay a lot of money to get these, but they're good and they are valid. So we have a way in, Plank. And with you guys, having never been there, and then with just me and Teddy coming, we should be able to dock. And I have a plan.
Can I ask a possibly dumb question?
Go ahead.
Are there any anti-magic or magic detection fields around the entrance to the city?
No, not that I can think of, but there is a heavily armed guard force that has the ability to detect the arcane and the unseen.
Oh. Okay, never
The
mind.
city.
That answered my next two questions.
Yeah. The city is quite vast and quite, I would say, marvelously innovative and advanced.
We have, or at least I have heard legends of said city.
Well,
Sounds awesome.
they probably do not do it justice. But it's going to be a little bit over a week trip. I say that we rest up for the evening. I can let you in on my full plan so that we all know, or you can wait till we're on the ship. I don't care. But it was nice to meet all of you. You bring me home.
Likewise, should we call you T? Is that what you like?
No, T is the cover.
The code name.
Yes. You can call me the Baroness if you'd like, or Phantasma.
Why would we not use your cover name?
Well, you can use T out in public, but if you're going to address me, I would prefer.
Is T short for Tajma?
No,
Shma
my
fantastic.
last name's Tashba. It's a very common name for last name for our people.
Phantasma.
Taj.
Phantasma. It's Phantaz SMA, but it's pronounced Phantasma.
Okay.
But I would love for you guys to stay. You can join in the merriments. They are going to play poker game later. But like I said before, welcome aboard. So she kind of looks at all you, smiles, and gets up and like opens her arms to kind of like half like even like just like vaguely bow at you guys, and then goes up. Finn grabs the rum from you, takes a swig from it, and like grins. What do you guys want to do? You guys have the rest of the night.
Thanks for sharing, Finn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want some?
No, it's fine.
I forgot.
just
I
like
forgot I
it.
was holding it. To be honest. Is Phantasma a sea elf?
Yes.
Okay, Finn wants to spend the rest of the night talking to Phantasma about the sea elves of the material plane.
Okay, good. I was I was gonna have to invite you, but if you're going to be upfront about it, she's very interested to see you. Um,
Dun, dun, dun.
so let's get everybody else out like
Mhm.
and do that because that will be a whole conversation. So the rest of you, what do you guys want to do? It does look like there's like a like sort of makeshift stove that they have outside on like an extended part of the barge where they have like they're cooking up whatever fish they caught either earlier today or yesterday. But yeah, there's definitely some poker playing going on.
I'm going to ask, what's the second make guy's name?
Teddy?
I'm going to add and say, Teddy, can you please direct me to your material stores and the ship that needs repair?
Oh yeah. So one sec. Guys, hey man, do you think we could do that like tomorrow? It's like kind of late. Can you show in the morning?
I suppose I wasn't requiring your assistance.
Well, you need my assistance to get all the way to the ship.
I see. I suppose we can wait. It is your ship after all.
Yeah, come on, just saddle up, play some cards.
I do not believe you want me playing cards.
Oh, wow, you
He's
good?
pretty cards.
We shall see.
All right. Teddy's into this. He's like, all right, let's play some motherfucking cards. Cool.
Go
So,
up and find the biggest tree I can and steal a branch so we can get back.
ooh, you'll have to travel. I mean, you can see the coastline, and there are trees.
Oh, there's none in the area. I was hoping there were
Yeah,
like palms
I
or something.
I mean, if you want to spend like 2 hours, you can dive into the water, swim, like swim off, go like land on the beach, go walk, find a tree. Like it's gonna be a little bit to go find it because you're in the middle of a coral reef.
I just turn into a bird.
Yeah, or just do that.
Yeah, just do that. Hey guys, I'll be right back. And I just fly off as an eagle. Or no, as an owl. It's nighttime.
Yeah, it's starting to get dusk, so
Yeah.
I mean, seaweed's a plant, right?
Yeah.
I'm big enough for all of us to walk through
Big enough
single
for
file.
everybody. Quick, Sheila, what's your wingspan like?
Oh yeah, before I go up to Sheila and like just grab her shoulders like this to measure. And then I kind of like, all right, I'm good. And then I go.
Nice. All right, so just roll me 2 perception checks. So
Shoot, hold on 1 second.
I think you already get advantage, so just do 1 with advantage.
Perception.
Perception. Oh hell yeah. Luckily you find one not too far off. It's like maybe like a quarter mile from the coast, but yeah, easy enough. Big old palm tree.
Nice. Just go back and hang on to that. Put in my. I think I still the back of holding it. Throw it in there for a bit so I can catalog it.
Empty your bag of holding. We think you're holding weapons. It's just a bunch of sticks.
Don't ask. They all got like little tags with names on them.
Magmore, Sheila, what do you what do you
I'm gonna roll to try and talk to my god for something real quick
Yeah.
to see. Roll D100. Nope. Damn it. Well, I'm just gonna, you know, so I'm gonna just like look to the sky and like I'm looking down at my plate armor. I'm like, man, this stuff is so hard to get around to. Like, I would love to be able to like fly around like you did, because like there have been the pictures of him with like fire wings.
Okay.
So I would, if I ever eventually get that, I want to ask him to like bestow upon me like the wings he has.
Okay.
I can fly around
That's
instead
awesome.
of walk around.
So Magmore, you look up, like just kind of mentally calling out, and then you hear a pop of the makeshift stove with the little fire that's underneath, and you look down at it, and then the warmth fills you as you just watch just like this calming pop pop, this little like this little tiny fire flicker, and then maybe it's your imagination or something, but you watch this little tiny flame version of you. You could see his little hammer, and he like lets out this huge chest like thrust, and then these fire wings start to spread out, and then his hair ignites as if he's like a candle wick, or like he's just a candle flame, and then you watch him just fly around, and then you get lost into like, eventually you find yourself flying into, and you're like completely into your animation, like out of body experience. You are flying around, you're imagining what it would be like to just feel this hot burning like uh like the wings that are like just carry you across the landscape.
Okay.
It's a good daydream,
Hell yeah.
but it has been heard.
What was in that rum?
Maybe like a worm. Sheila, after you get your shoulders measured.
Oh yeah, Sheila's gonna watch Etrian go away, and she's gonna pull out that book that we got from that pirate ship, that journal,
Okay.
and she's gonna be looking at it, and she's gonna look down at Heavy Neck and be like, "Yo, who have we not killed in this that is still alive?"
And he takes out a pen, and he like you can flip to where he has like the triangle uh like graph of the fleet where like Thaddeus is at top, and he's like, well, we got that one, that one, we got the bottom three, there's only two left, and then his ship, and then the 40 more ships that the Baroness had. Don't forget about those. I imagine those are all probably on the same level, and then it's just Thaddeus at top.
And that
Just gonna-
includes those. And then Sheila's gonna point at that, and he goes, "These are the creepy twins, right?"
I think so. Yeah, those are the ones that Finn has nightmares about.
Okay, we need to get a hold of Loratus right now. And Sheila has like a light bulb moment.
Okay. Who do we know that can call him?
Etrian.
What's up?
Hey,
When he gets back.
Yeah. So Sheila is gonna wait for Etrian to return.
All right. So I will. So he will. Bird Etrian will return, but while this is going on, Finn, you're like leaned up against the door frame that like goes from that like is pointed outside, and you feel a tap on your shoulder, and you follow around, and you follow this blue hand of Phantasma as she just kind of silently just like gives you like this finger to follow her.
All right. Okay. Yep. All right. Yeah. Sure. I'll follow you. Why
And
not?
as she
What?
do I see this happening?
yeah.
What danger could there
I'm
possibly
gonna
be?
wink at him as he's walking towards her.
Not entirely sure why Magmore just winked at me, but there we go. Here we go. There. Let's talk to another sea elf.
As you get to the hole where the barge is caved in, and she kind of goes, let's go for a swim.
Oh,
And then
swim. Yes. Good.
she
Okay.
pulls it. She puts her hair into this loose ponytail with. So her hair is a matted mixture of like braids and like half dreads. So she pulls one of the dreads around and just does this big old loose knot, pulls it tight, and then just dives straight into the water. Very little splash. Then you can follow her. Um, she's waiting there, and as your eyes start to adjust to the water, it's fairly bright out. It's not a full moon, but it's enough so you can see all of these kind of bluish dull filter over the like lush coral reef that this barge is sunken into. um, and she immediately starts taking off into a direction that is deeper and further into where there's like these like twisty outcroppings.
Finn's gonna cast light on his boomerang on his back and swim
Okay.
after her.
She's swimming through. She's looking back occasionally with a smile as she's like grabbing the coral and like pulling herself through. And eventually you go past and you feel a hand stop as she wheels you around, and you spin around almost in this like blur of color. And you, as your light as your light fills the space around you, you find yourself in this gorgeous circular coral that has like twisted itself into these little spires that almost like intertwine. But like little tiny bubbles are coming out from beneath it, and there are these like three walls of different, like, we're talking collages of coral. We're like pinks, yellows, purples all over the place.
That's awesome.
And you hear in your head, it goes, "You said other planes, like you were not from here."
Yes, I did. Well, I recently found out that I am from here, believe it or not.
I was going to say, how do you know you are not?
Uh, how do I know I'm not from here? I am. Well, I'm from
That's
some.
what I was. That was I was just finishing your thoughts. Do you know where we come from, or we have a central location where we have come from?
Well, I'm sure you. I'm sure we come from different places. Surely.
And she swims around you, and she is now inspecting you, almost as if you are like on display. Like she is investigating every inch of you.
I'm
She goes,
still wearing the shitty pirate clothes from the Birds of Paradise.
yes.
Are you like
How old are you?
inspecting me? Are you like
How
what?
old are you?
I'm not entirely sure. How is it rude to ask how old you are?
I am 430.
Okay, I think I'm older than that. Significantly, a lot. Oh, like at least maybe 5 times older than that.
Yes, you. I'm sorry.
I forget. You know, it's easy to forget
This
things as they
reminds
happen,
me.
centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries and
And
centuries.
she's just transfixed on your face now. She goes, "It's just you remind me of somebody that I knew from back home, our home." And she touches your chest for a second. Do you not remember? You had to. You have to know.
I'm sorry. I don't believe we've met before.
No, we most certainly have not. But I believe we are from the same place.
That's interesting. Where's that?
Hmm.
You could just tell me. You don't have to be like cryptic about it.
I will do my best to show you.
Oh, you could just be cryptic about it. That's cool.
It's called a place called Genosiasos.
Goodness, like Genasi, like the Genasi's.
No, Gonsialsos.
Oh, good. You're gonna have to remind me of that later. Um, Oh, all right.
I
Is that close? Like, are we going there now?
never want to go back.
Oh, well, good. Okay, so let's good talk.
Um,
Um, Finn's just like has no idea where to go with this conversation. He's just like, so are you related to Caroline?
no, shush.
Okay.
Do you want to go there? I can show you, but I myself I have no reason to return.
I mean, I don't know why I would go somewhere where I have no memories of. Um, it's been a very if this is where I'm from, it's been a very very long time. Nobody would there would be
And
like
can you roll me a history check with
yep.
advantage? As you hear the name Gnosi Alsos. Oh man, it's been a long time. Yeah, dude, there might not be no saving you. Um, okay.
Like I wouldn't remember anybody. Nobody would remember me, theoretically, unless you know.
it's to be honest, it's just a place. I mean, I have friends there that are probably still alive, but it was, well, so the reason I brought you into this little area, Gnosi Alsos is a secret place. The legend goes, and when we get to Via Macania, you might hear of it.
Finn like gets really excited about like, oh, ooh, legend. Tell me about the legend.
So Gnosi Alsos was once a floating city. We once had it sat right on the surface. It allowed us to connect to the outside world, which was Via Macania. And we blessed them with all of these technological advances and resources. And what did they do? They cowered and they turned their back on us when the Great Dragon War happened. Just the threat of a single dragon caused them to turn their back on us.
Dragons are pretty scary. So I mean, I low key don't blame them. I might turn my back if it was a dragon, because I don't think I could beat a dragon.
There are ways.
Right, but I mean, yeah, okay.
So, in a terrible, terrible, petty attempt to rid ourselves of or rid themselves, I not say our because I am not part of them, rid themselves of the outside world is they faked the sinking that they claim took place. And it was purposely submerged and is now resting right at the bottom of the ocean, around the cradle of creation.
Do people live there? What is the cradle of creation? I have so many
I
questions.
The cradle of creation, I would love to show you. Goodness, also, so I can take a leave. Um, the people there are busy, and all they care about are their inventions and their their innovations and progress, and they want to live on top of nature and not with it.
What about records? Do they have records?
I imagine they have records, yes.
Like birth records? Like
Maybe.
citizenship records? Like Finn's underwater, but like he's starting to tear up. Like,
Well, yeah, because he's starting to put the connection together. You want to know, you want to know now, don't you?
um,
I cannot blame you.
I think I need to. How could I not? How could I not want to know? Why would you do this to me? This is not. This is not.
I thought you were from there. I thought you were I thought you were trying to bring me back. One of my friends have told you that I was here and trying to bring me out of this. It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, all right. Well, seems we're both outcasts, aren't we?
Cheers to that. But I will help you. I will show you where it is if you would like to go. But I myself, I don't know if I can bear to go back.
If If I ever was there,
The bridges I burned.
I had to have been a child, no more.
But I can see it in your eyes. You want to know.
It's no. I think it's no longer a matter of want.
Then you need to. Then you help me, Finn, and I will help you.
Yeah, all right. Let's do it.
All right. She outstretches your hand and wants to give you a nice firm handshake.
Finn
She
reaches out
brings
and does the same thing.
she brings you in and gives you like the shoulder hug where she wraps her one arm, her stub around you, and she goes, "All right, well, we didn't want them to get the ideas." And she like rolls her eyes and then starts swimming back with the way you came.
About how far are we from the ship, give or take?
Not far, like a couple 100 feet.
You want to just go to the ship real quick?
What do you mean?
He reaches for her and he goes, "Just hold on tight," and then dimension doors to the ship.
I will say that you do bring a tiny plane of water with you as
Yep.
you teleport through, and it falls like a little sheet. Those of you who are still on the barge but in kind of around the door, you would hear 4 footfalls and then the fall of water as like, and then like the huge stream of water as she wrings her huge hair, like this massive clump of hair onto the ground. Let's go get some food.
That's the only way to go, you know. Yeah, food sounds good. Let's go. Yep, food. Yum. Gonna find my home. Gonna find my home.
You are. What you say? I've never heard you sing before. What was that?
Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. We're gonna go find.
Insight. So I have I can only, my lowest is 21.
Yeah, no,
For
that's fine. He's being very. Wow. Um. Yeah, he's just gonna be like, yeah, we're just gonna fan- T Baroness T Phantasma is gonna show me where I might come from,
Oh,
and near the Cradle of Destruction or something.
she shoot Phantasma shoots you a look. Are you being discreet about this conversation?
Yeah, I didn't think she was anywhere near us.
Okay, well, she's within like earshot if you're like talking as we are. So you just, if you want to try and say this in a hush tone,
Yeah,
then
yeah, it would. I would be speaking in like message then.
okay, then do it, yeah, that way, because I don't want to remind you, she did say it's a huge secret.
Oh, okay.
That was like
Oops.
that was the butter up before she told you. She was like, "This is a huge secret. Don't tell anybody." Because the whole, if word got out that that place existed still, because it supposedly died in the legend, like it was sunk
Mm.
in the Great Dragon War and it was no more. So you guys can saddle up. It's some lovely fish in you. Those of you who want to play cards, Nocton, did you want to do it like for realsies, or do you want to just like do a little flavor?
I mean,
They
I
don't have
think
a lot of money to bet, so that's the thing. Is like they're betting with like silvers right now. They're
I
more
think
about pride.
That's all they
I
have.
think flavor is fine.
Say what?
I said I think flavor is just fine. We don't actually have
Okay,
to
cool.
play.
All right. So you guys, I assume you probably work Teddy quite well. He's not able to pick up. No, he just doesn't understand how to keep the cards like in track. Like he just doesn't understand. He doesn't pay attention, according to you. But the rest of you can. It's not it's not a comfortable sleep. Well, actually, it could be if you go back to the ship. So there's not like beds on the barge. Like you'll watch like them pull some little skiffs out, and they actually will take it to their boat to go sleep. Um, they just came here for you guys. So you guys can stay on the barge. It looks like Phantasma actually sleeps in the water. She did not leave with them. So the rest of you can either sleep on the barge or sleep on the ship. It doesn't matter to me. But you guys wake up the crack of fucking dawn.
Grab a brush and put on a little makeup.
Yeah, maybe. Because Phantasma and Plank are both already going over the route that they're going to be taking to get to the Omicania. It's going to be another week and a half. So we'll give you guys about a week's worth of downtime. So those of you who
You know what I'm doing.
So let's just go through and tell me your downtime real quick. And I have a few things that are going to happen en route. So we'll start with Magmore. What are you doing?
How many days?
It would technically be 10.
Can I roll 10 divine interventions?
Go for it.
Okay. Me.
What do you have to roll?
10d100.
I have to roll a 12 or lower out of a D100.
Come on, baby.
All right. 10. How many times?
12. Or no, sorry, 10. So I said 12. No. No. Oh, wow. They're really no.
Someone keep track for me.
Mm-hmm.
You're at 3. 4. Oh, God.
There it is.
All right. Okay. So first and foremost, tell me what it looks like when you do your divine intervention. Like what it, because I imagine there's a little bit of a ritual that goes on. Like there's a little bit of a process that is pretty.
So I'll usually kind of preface it around fire. So if there's no fire going around or anything like that, I'll like have a fire going, and then like I'll have my pennant around, and then as I like start to just like I guess pray to my God, just like it's not fire, but just like a light glow just kind of like emanates from the ground.
Okay. So as you sit there, you like on your knees, cross your hands, and you just stare straight into the flame. The steady rocking of the ship kind of just locks you in. Can't hear anything. All you can see is this flame. And then all of a sudden, right as one of the waves hits, you watch it spark. And the flame. And when I say engulfs your view, I mean this tiny flame that you have spreads out to be 4 foot by 6 foot. This plane of fire and this face appears. It's blurry though. The lines they're not being held for very long. It looks like the face is melting a little bit. It's forming, and then it's almost like if you've watched Pharaoh fluid be pulled through. It's like forming in certain places and then reforming in another. And you hear a voice. My child. My power. It grows weak.
Is there anything I can do?
There are 2 deceivers that sit upon my thrones. Purge these and restore my flame.
Where are these deceivers?
Look to the sky, and I will show you. When the moon is darkest, your path will illuminate. And then the flame goes away.
Okay.
All right. So that's awesome. Do you, is that all your rolls, or do you have more if you try and contact him again?
That was 7.
That was 7. You still have 3 more.
I mean, screw it. Let's see.
Keep it up.
Ask him to take out one of those ships.
Eh,
Oh.
Can
Okay.
can I ask for the wings specifically this time?
You will be blessed with the eternal flame. You will bend flame to your will.
Oh, okay.
So, in a sense, fuck yes.
Okay.
All right, you got one more. I'm gonna bother your god one more time. He's like,
Stop calling me.
no, the fact that he's like, it's been radio silent, and all of a sudden it's like, now you've got my number.
Yeah.
New phone, who dis?
Oh, it's a
I'm not
with a
here right
6-6. Oh god. Okay.
All right, so, he has definitely made contact, and you are now informed and somewhat guided.
Okay.
Nocton. What's up? What are you doing for downtime?
I think first off, I'm going to assist them in fixing the ship.
Okay. So you're gonna fix the other ship or this ship that you're on?
Ours and theirs.
Okay, because theirs isn't coming with you. It's just yours.
So we've already left.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
guys woke up and departed, and so now we're in the the travel phase of getting to Viomakani.
Understood. Do
Yeah.
we need
If you wanted to
repairs
try
on the ship?
yes, I mean the ship. You look at the back and like you can see very clear gaps. But I hesitate to call them a seam because it's just these massive chunks where they just threw wood up against it and then just put pitch and tar right up on it and try to seal it that way. The ship is in desperate need of a facelift of some sort.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably spend the first day or two doing that.
Yeah. Where you can hammer out cut out chunks, replace them with nice flush boards and like actual like water tightness.
Can I just say, as soon as Nocturne gets back to the ship, like from the barge, Zilch would immediately present him with a shit ton of silver with no explanation of where it came from.
You're gonna shit your pants.
And define. So, what does Zilch say? I would like to roleplay this.
Oh, Nocton. Yeah, you were looking for like metal to do the underwater ship thing. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Well, I have here. There's like a bunch. Here's a bunch of long swords. Here's some great swords. I got this like metal armor here. Here's some more metal armor. Oh, it's all silver. Sorry. This is we got this silver thing. This silver thing. Here's some pole arms.
I just sort of look over it and say, I am not going to ask where this came from, but I am extremely grateful.
To be honest, if you
He's
asked,
learning.
I don't know if I could explain it anyway. So you're probably just you're better off
Yeah,
just not
honestly, you're.
knowing.
That's
Am I free
true.
to use this as I wish?
I brought this for you.
You are a good friend.
I thought I
I
was
appreciate
dreaming,
it.
but then it is real. So here you go.
So Finn.
And you just see like this like kind of like manic gleam in my eye that you just like do not see. I say, I will put this to good use.
Hell yeah, brother.
Nice.
So I'm going to spend the remaining time Let's see. What do I need to work on? I was working on my athletics. I think I'm good there for now. I think I would like to simply hang around people and just observe in order to learn how to be more persuasive.
All right. So you want to observe people and just try to become more personable.
Yes.
All right, perfect. You can absolutely do that. Although, who are you watching specifically? Is it everybody?
It's gonna be everybody at some
You get
point
a
or
little
another.
bit.
Like
You get
I'm
a
just
little.
gonna like
A little
awkwardly
bit of all of us.
stand
Good luck.
and watch. So if there are two people conversing across the ship, I'm going to stand in a location where I can hear them and not do anything to disguise the fact that I am clearly listening to them.
Okay.
Just standing there staring at him.
Just
Roll a stealth check.
As they
Wow. Okay.
Woo!
Not bad.
Oh, it's
I mean,
an 8, right?
Just,
yeah.
Oh,
Wait, do I
oh
have
yeah,
heavy armor
it's
on?
heavy armor.
Would you have heavy armor on the ship?
are you armored?
Probably not on the ship, but honestly, no, I'm always prepared. Never mind, I'm always prepared.
No.
All right. Yeah.
Feel
So
that.
Although I thought it was medium armor, so regardless, yeah, doesn't matter.
Just-
I'm not being subtle.
just like Drax, he's just kind of standing there.
And if anyone
Oh
asks,
my
I
God,
say
yes.
I am simply educating myself.
I'm invisible.
How can you see me?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Nocton. That you can do that perfectly awkward. All right, so Finn,
Oh, that's awesome.
and now that we get to Finn, can I have Finn, Sheila, and Magmar all roll wisdom saves? Oh no. Okay. Good to know. Finn, what are you doing?
Hold on, let me do this thing, if I can.
You can.
My favorite,
I'll give you all the help you can.
my favored by the gods.
Hey, that just gets it to where it succeeds. Although your friends didn't succeed, so you feel fine. You other two, just getting weird feelings from time to time. But Finn, what are you doing for downtime?
So Finn is working on perception, and I mean he's like generally like looking like observing all of these new people, but also I think he's not going to be able to help himself from just watching Nocturne like every day.
Yeah.
Just like Nocturne's acting super fucking weird even for Nocturne. So Finn is just gonna like like sit in a corner and just like watch Nocturne to see what the fuck he's doing.
um, Finn, as you're sitting there, you're like you're watching Nocturne, and then out of the corner of your eye, you see something fluttering, but it's multicolored. And you focus in on it, and you can see that that's one of Mindy's origami birds. And it's fluttering over, and it just lands on Nocturne's shoulder. And it's just sitting there, like, doing, like, this idle back and forth with its wings.
Okay, and Nocturne is not noticing this.
I
Does
would
not notice this at all.
what?
All right, and if
Okay.
Nocturne, if it's just sitting there and
If
Nocturne
I
doesn't,
don't notice it.
Well, I assume you're engrossed in watching these people.
I am engrossed, but I don't believe that. Is this a physical bird or is this like some like arcane
It's
thing?
not. It's an arcane piece of paper that's been enchanted to become a butterfly that is a messenger butterfly. It's flapping on like the back of your shoulder right here.
Like a literal.
Okay, if it's on the
origami
back,
thing.
yeah. If I cannot see it with it, if
It's
it
not
was,
in your peripherals.
yeah, I would not notice probably.
all right, if I see that and Nocturne is not noticing it, I'm just gonna cast Mage Hand and
Look it up.
pick it up and bring it back to myself.
All right. Do you open it?
Yeah.
Okay. This one. Ahoy from Port Royal. We've landed safely and have settled into our new home. It's busy and loud, but the men seem to enjoy it. There's work, but word has it that no crew will sail more than 50 miles for fear of the black fog. We are trying to secure building materials, but they are expensive and hard to find. Spirits are high and positive. I hope you are well and that we can see each other again soon. Any news on Thaddeus? Caroline.
Well, this was really dangerous to just send to us in the middle of whatever, because somebody could have just grabbed this and seen it, and then they would know where the fuck they are. They could go burn down Port Royal, and they would know that we were looking for them. What the fuck, Caroline? Heavy!
Are you writing that down?
No, like he's just sitting here.
What?
He's just sitting here like ranting to himself, and then he like gets up and turns around, knocks on the captain's quarters.
He's in the middle. He's in the middle of just like trying to start his undercut, and he's just got like the shaving cream on both sides. What?
That's not a look. Don't even try to do that. That's not a look. Don't do it.
What do you mean?
No. Anyway, beside the point. Here's the thing.
He looks like.
You look like an absolute twat. Okay, here.
What about now?
Yeah, still, I don't think there's anything you could do to change that, even if you took that off. But anyway. Okay, here's
What?
this. You see this? You know what this is?
What is that?
You recognize it?
Give it here.
It's a little origami butterfly.
Yeah, it's for Mindy.
It's not from Mindy because Mindy fucking hates us. It's from Caroline.
It's just like us.
Right. Right, it's from Caroline. So here, I already read it. Oops.
Oh, look, they're in Port Royal. That's good.
Yeah, that was cool that she sent that to us, from Port Royal to us, talking about us looking for Thaddeus and just over open ocean where anybody could have grabbed it and found out where they are and what we're doing. And what the fuck?
Oh. I see your point now.
I mean, I'm not really, I'm here, you're here.
This was a bad idea.
Yeah, it's a real fucking bad idea. Like, what a fucking dumbass.
To put it simply.
Caroline's a fucking idiot. Can you, tell her not to be a fucking idiot?
I don't have the ability to talk to her.
Don't-
Etrian!
Yeah.
Etrian! I need you.
What's up?
We have bullshit we gotta deal with.
What?
We have what?
Again?
Get your tongue out of fucking plank and get over here.
That's
All right.
more imagery than I needed.
I need you to message Caroline and tell her that she cannot send a message like this again. It is appreciated. I can totally, absolutely understand the good-hearted intent, but this was dangerous. And Finn makes a great, excellent point. What if somebody found this? So could you please tell her to exercise restraint?
I could go there, but I don't think I have anything else.
Either way, she needs to know that, Jesus Christ, Thaddeus is right there.
That's not a great
It's
idea.
Thaddeus.
Yeah, I don't have sending or anything. I can just go there real quick. I'll be back in the morning.
She sent
We have a tree.
Wait, this thing tracked us across the ocean?
Yeah. Look, on the back
Does
it
that
says-
mean anybody can track us using this magic?
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
All right.
We need some magical protections.
So somebody here can do the sending thing, right? Somebody? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. No, Etrian can just go there. Well, that somebody can do sending. Somebody on the ship that's not currently on stream right now. I think so.
I can, but only if they have a sending stone that I gave them.
Yeah, my sending stones are tied, right? I can't do it with just anyone.
Yeah. No, it's only linked to another sending stone.
Okay. I mean, I could send an animal messenger,
Caroline?
but that's not going to be very fast.
But at least it's, safe unless the person can talk do your animals squeal?
No, if the messenger doesn't reach destination and be smooth, I don't think anyone would know that it only gives its message to someone that fits the description that you tell them to. Otherwise, it just looks like a normal.
All right.
So Joe is in the chat and he says that Fiera can, but also where the fuck is Fiera?
Yeah, we don't like Fierre's not even on the like he's off doing weird stuff. And
Who's
pulling
Fierre?
us- All right, Etri, can you send a message to Caroline and detail exactly what I said?
Okay. Yeah, I would just find me a bird. Someone find me a bird.
You guys hear a knock on the door, and it's Zilch.
And
Zilch.
send.
And Zilch is like, somebody need to cast sending. Because I can fucking do that, and you fucking know that, you fucking idiots.
Oh, didn't know. I forgot. Sorry, you're always off with your headphones in, and that you can't hear anything anyway.
It's daytime. I'm awake.
Not all the time.
Okay, just write down what you need, and I'll send it later.
All right. Zilch.
Also, did I overhear that you were gonna send an animal messenger back to her?
Yeah.
Okay, does that?
We were just brainstorming.
Okay, so she can't send things to us because of a particular reason. I think that might be a similar reason why we can't send an animal messenger back to her.
Yeah,
I
but
don't think anyone can trace it. It's just an
said
animal.
you can't read it.
And
Oh,
no
yeah,
one
that's
else
true.
can read it.
Nobody else can.
It will only
people can't
speak
read
to
it.
its person.
Okay,
Yeah, it always.
my bad.
You take that back.
Yeah, good call. Good call, Etrian. Great
Zilch,
job. I'll see.
First,
Let me know when you're done with that letter. Catch you later.
first, Zilch. Sorry we forgot, but we got you. So, we're gonna, Zilch, as you're turning around to go just leave them in the captain's quarters,
Mhm.
another one flutters right to your nose, and it just
God.
slowly it's like just staring at you with its little like antennas, and it's just slowly flapping back and forth.
Oh, Eldath, damn it. Here, I don't even want to read it. Just here.
All right.
You. Goodbye.
All right, so Heavy Neck opens it. Well, it was addressed to the boys. I don't know how that found our way here, but look, it just literally says the boys. So apparently that's specific enough. Greetings from Moyo. We have arrived. Although I wish I could say it was safe. While traveling, we were ambushed by the Rockla, and we lost 10 people. Now we are in the city and we feel safe. Resources are plentiful, and my father has promised a good amount of his lumber to our reconstruction at a discount. Spirits getting better with each passing day. Hope to see you soon. Is there any news on Thadious? And he like just turns the note around to show everybody that it says Thadious right on it. Oh, there's a PS. PS. The boys say hi and that they miss you guys.
What?
Still to make that
Cool.
too?
I thought it was addressed to the boys.
It's the boys and the boys.
So I'm just gonna cast sending to the boys.
Do we all get the
I would
message?
probably just do it to Boris.
All right. Well, I can only do it once a fucking day, so I'll just once every like 8 hours or so. So like, yeah, just let me know what you want to do first, and I'll do it whatever.
Okay. All
Also,
right.
what the fuck, the Rock Law? God damn it. We were gonna take care of them.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Akancha, I thought that was like an odd thing. Wait, is Akancha around? Where's Akancha?
Here?
No, montage of trying to get back to Zombie.
So, for everybody, you guys can search the rest of the ship for the rest of the day. Akancha has left a note on the only place that she used to sleep, and nobody decided to check it for a couple days. But Cole, what would that note say?
Guys, I hate to leave in a hurry, but there's a war totally going on, and it's been a little bit past due that I get back since the armor at Port Royal probably, needs delivered. And I'll see you when I see you. Come help out. Please.
What?
Akancha.
Well, I mean, on the plus side, we didn't really need a paladin anyway for a big fight, but that's cool.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, she did seem like. I mean, no offense, Sheila. Did seems like she knew how to swing.
So that's
Oh,
cool.
she hit like a truck.
All right, so we're down a woman. All right,
Oh,
this is great. All right, so with that, can go to the next day. You guys can write up your notes so that Zilch can send his message off to them. Can they reply?
I don't know.
Message, yeah, sending message reply 25 words each way.
For sending?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I watched enough Critical Role.
All right, so as you send it off, Caroline is overtly almost in like a sporadic way apologetic. Like she, oh my god, so shit. That was the dumbest fucking thing I could have fucking thought. Oh my god, what am I fucking thinking? And I was so stupid.
And 25 words cuts her off.
Yeah, and then Boris just kind of lets out this. Well, Christ. I really wasn't thinking about it. And then I was just kind of like, it was like passion writing, and I just kind of did it. So I'm sorry, and probably cuts off around mid sentence. So you get 2 apologies for what it's worth.
They're
But-
sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Super
Well,
fucking helpful, but they're sorry. So, cool.
hooray.
But they won't do it again, so that's good.
yeah.
That's good.
That's something.
They've learned their lesson.
Well, let's hope so. So, all right. Sheila, downtime.
Acrobatics, please.
All right. You and Heavy Neck can start doing some acrobatics, like Cirque du Soleil practice with Heavy Neck swinging circles around you as you're trying to like use the mast to like get better at like coordination and like controlling your body when you're like trying to change directions and in flight. So easy enough for you. Good job. Etrian.
You said there's 10 days, right?
Yes.
So first, am I still checking in with the Raiders about Aharik, or is he going off with the Survivor?
That was going to be the little RP that I did for you. I was going to say that halfway through your voyage, probably in the early morning, you would have heard bounce through your head. It seems someone has forgotten they're part of the arrangement. Do come check in and bring
And bring who? Oh, Sheila.
bring Sheila. I have
Okay.
something for her. So
All right.
you can get your weekend of whatever you like, but you definitely need to go see Loratus.
Yeah. So with the time that I'm not with Sheila and Loratus, I'm studying that book of anti-scrying
Okay.
and just starting to practice on stuff. And like halfway through the week, I'd start thinking about like I'd start looking at all of our tattoos and looking at all the runes and stuff for that, and trying to
Ooh.
figure out if you can shrink it down and tattoo it on people, but focusing on the ship first.
Okay. You would have to find the resources to be able to like make the magic ink, but you could totally do that.
Okay.
It wouldn't last forever, but for a
At least for
time.
a couple
for-
months at a time or something. Or
it would be a brief moment of non-detection that you'd be able to like. It'd be almost like a henna tattoo, where like you tattoo it and then it slowly evaporates until it's
yeah, it's used. But if we can find enough stuff to make the ink, then we can keep reapplying, especially
Yeah.
in times like this.
That's going to be expensive, but yeah, you can start to brainstorm the solution for that.
Start asking Heavy if he knows anyone that's good at tattoos.
Well, definitely not Tolland, and I'm gonna say that as loud as I can, so Tolland.
I mean,
As I look at Sheila's shitty tattoo that he never weird squiggling on her arm, he never did anything. So we're gonna find.
So yeah, I would tell Heavy about the idea, then not Colin. I would just kind of
Absolutely.
like close the book as he comes by.
It
think-
just so happens that you two are the ones that I'm watching at this moment, and I say,
Just kind of
I'm
steal
good
my
at
idea."
tattooing.
what?
Not to-
Really?
I say I am good at tattooing, and I
What?
hold up
And you-
my spell rot tattoo needle, which actually can tattoo spells onto people.
Oh,
This
shit.
is perfect.
What?
I start talking to you about
Where's
the idea.
that been?
Yeah. Nocturne, I know you have like a bazillion projects you're working on, but this one seems like it could be a beneficial to everybody.
Ruin me up, baby.
It is a
read that book?
one-time, one
No,
person.
Etrian, and Heavy Neck's gonna go rip the book out of Etrian's like bag or hand and go,
Yeah.
Nocturne, read
What the
this,
fuck?
memorize it, and figure it out.
Understood.
That's probably a better idea. My Arcana is not high.
No offense, Etrian. He's wasted.
No. I should have just asked for who here's real smart or good with magic or something. That should have been my first question. Not like I can do this. This is gonna be fine.
You know, stick to changing into shit that's useful and eating poison.
That was like once. It
It
was
was
mostly
okay.
accidental.
If you want to say once is like every other day,
How else would you know what they do?
once is enough. Two, just having fun.
Some of them are actually pretty fun. At the right doses, they're kind of interesting.
Oh, I'm sure they are. All right, so Loratus, are you going? Bring
Yeah,
share?
and grab shit on anybody else that wants to go. I don't know if this is like a reaming out. Did I get the idea? It's like don't bring anybody else. We're gonna get yelled at.
Heavy Neck's gonna stay on the ship. Actually, no, he's gonna make Talon watch the ship, and then command Zilch to keep an eye on everything to make sure nothing goes wrong and we're not being had. But Heavy Neck's definitely coming.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Anybody else want to go see a wizard in a tower?
Yes.
Do I ever not
Right.
want to go see a wizard in a tower?
Are we all?
All right. We're back on the ship. This is the ship with the tree mast, right?
It is.
Yes.
Okay. Then yeah, we'll leave the rest of the crew. They'll hang out here, and I can do this once a day, so they'll come back tomorrow. So anything you want to take with you or do before we leave?
Can
No,
I take?
I mean, you guys
can
are
I-
about 3 days out, so you got.
Can I
plenty-
take 9?
Yeah.
Sure.
I
Wait.
got my overnight bag.
Wait, you can only do the tree thing once?
Once a day.
Okay, well, I can get us there if
Can
you
we
want to just
teleport?
get us back. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Finn's like already drawing like half of the circle and like
And I
Sean
send a
or whatever.
message to Loratus letting him know that we're on our way.
Okay. Good. I was gonna say, do you surprise visit him?
Nope, not that conversation.
Oh, good. You got my message. I'm afraid I was assuming the worst. But yeah, we will be happy to have you. Is there anything you guys would like to eat while you here?
And ask
Mara
everybody else that
Utag
question.
sorry, Mara Utag is asking.
I would ask everybody else on the crew.
Some steak would be good.
All right, so a hero's feast it is.
Sweet.
So,
do you need us to bring anything? I got a
um,
bottle of wine.
just your smiling faces is fine.
Etrian, do you look like we have a bottle of wine?
I mean,
Yeah,
bro.
Maybe go somewhere else first. I don't know.
You
I'm
wanna
sure
stop
I
by
have
Trader
something in
Joe's?
my bag of holding.
Yeah.
Do you think he wants to meet T?
Ooh, we could introduce T. Or we can ask him when we're there instead of just bringing someone along that he doesn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably a good point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who knows?
All right, fam, we'll be back. See ya. Everyone, circle up, circle up, circle up, circle up, circle up.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Dust kicks up in every direction as you guys find yourself in the musty study of Loratus in his tower.
That gets fucking easier every time. I love it. It's so good.
You step out to the warm, inviting interior. Candles have already been lit. There is a small stack of books, along with a whole bunch of other treats and all sorts of little goodies to eat and drink that has already been laid out. And you hear, oh, you're here. And you look over and you can see the long tail start to shoot out from one of the bookcases, and out walks Loratus in a nice royal blue robe with little gold fringe to it. He looks like he has new horn decorations, but he looks at you with a smile and goes, "You're here, good. Welcome, welcome." And he has one last book. He's come and he sits down and goes, "You brought the lots. Yes, I remember. Please come, come, come. We'll eat first. And actually, you know what? I'll just bring the books to dinner. We can talk during dinner. How about
Love that.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you for having us.
And look, happy to have you. And you know, Etrian, you are behind. As you guys slowly descend the staircase that takes you to the main foyer, that then brings you to this grand hallway with high white arches, that then brings you into the cozy but yet grand looking kitchen with this large marble table island that sits in the middle. You guys haven't had food or smelled food this good in a long time. There is a full bird. There is pies, hams, greens. There's desserts. There's breads. There's rolls. There's wine. There's rum. There's like just everything you could possibly imagine, all tastefully organized on these little silver platters that float just inches off of the table. Mara Utag smiles as you hear and see the little dragonborns that have been waiting for your arrival as "You're back!" as they run over and start to hang on. She's like, "The superhero's back!" as they like hug your like knee, and she goes, "You guys must be hungry." And she snaps, and then these white, gorgeous china plates just all appear on the table. She goes, "Come, come, come. Let them. Come on. You already ate. We had dinner early for this. Come, go outside and play."
Your
And
your kitchen is so good. Your kitchen is so good.
I know, and it's good to see you. And Mara Utag will hug each and every one of you for not just like a brief moment. It feels like she really gives off the longingness of missing your guys' colorful faces. But you guys can sit down and immediately start to dig into the food. It is delicious, perfectly cooked. The meat is juicy. The rolls are perfect, firm but soft. They're all perfectly buttered. And anything you want is snapped to you. But halfway through the meal, Sheila, you're probably on your fourth plate of whatever. As you notice that Mara Utag is just grinning at you. She can't like every time you look at her, her gaze averts for a little bit to eat, but then she like keeps looking at you for a second, and probably about the fourth or fifth time, you see her tug on Loratus's shoulder and whisper something into like the side of his head, and he takes his fork, ting 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 ting, up against his wine glass, goes, "I think a toast is in order to you guys, to the crew that continues to amaze me. Thank you for coming." And he nods his head.
I'm so confused.
You're here.
It's nice.
Cheers, mate.
And then he looks at you, Sheila, and goes, "Sheila, I'm afraid my wife cannot contain herself, and we must talk. I believe you are. Oh, last time we spoke, you wanted me to look into the Stordak issue, yes? And this is said aloud for everybody to hear. Well, I called in a favor, and you see Mara Utag's tugging more, and she's "Let me," and he goes, "Fine. What you tell him?" She goes, "Fine, I will." Okay. So, Sheila, I've been tracking Stordak. And at first, I'll admit it was like every couple of days because he wasn't doing anything. He was just kind of walking around. He was hunting at one point. But something caught my eye, and I found it fascinating. I woke up in the morning, and he was sitting in front of a lake, a grand lake, frozen. It had white mountains that just hugged each side of the lake that kind of jutted off and disappeared into this white fog. Sheila, roll a history check.
Funny, natural 20.
Um, what she is describing is Groteslots. That's the shore of the frozen sphere. And I think what struck me as odd was the lake. Why would you stare at a lake for so long? And there was no one around. He didn't even have any of his friends. But then it got me thinking. There's this old legend that they used to tell me when I was traveling down in the Deshilo Valley, near Whitewind, I believe where you're from. And they told us of this ice giant god that would come into the night, and he was kill you and steal your kids if you were bad. And he carried a great axe that could split a glacier. But it got me thinking. A silly story, but it matched up perfectly. And she pulls out this book. To this, there's a legend of the same one of the artifacts of a great and powerful ice giant who once tried to ascend to godhood, and he succeeded. The legend goes he gathered a few items and he found himself a very, very powerful ice witch who enchanted his armor and his weapons, but told him that if he wanted to truly ascend to godhood, he would need to give up something. He would need to become ice. She told him of an area where you could find such a legendary creature. And this ice giant found it. He found the living ice and he sacrificed his own heart. He let it consume him. And that living ice became armor. Armor so jagged that even when you try to cut it, normal steel breaks. This man, this god now, was so powerful that he united kingdoms against him. And when he was finally brought to justice, they could not kill him. They could not banish him in his current state. So they split him. They split his essence from the living ice and scattered it to the wind. Now, this is where it gets fun. Those items come up piece by piece here and here throughout history. And Loratus is picking up these books and flipping through these earmarked pages where you can see like an outline of a drawing of a jagged axe, and he's just like kind of gesturing to the fact that like this is the proof of where it is. So I think he's trying to complete the set because he already has two. When he was here, he had a ice crown, or a crown made of ice, and one of his eyes seemed like it was pure blue, almost like if it was made of frozen, or if it was like deep ocean water. It was glowing. he has 2 of the items. And I think at that lake, there's a third. So she leans back. Loratus puts the final book down. So it seems, Sheila, that his gaze has been taken off of you. This is good news.
Like there's some bad news in there.
I think
I
there's a
don't think-
whole lot of
I don't think that he's going to be able to find all. Trust me, there are, what is it? There's a crown, there's a eye, there's the heart, there's the armor, and then there's the axe. So he needs 3 more items.
but
And
you're
trust
like
me when I say I have scoured every library that I can get my claws onto, and I cannot find anything about the location of these items.
so these are the only references that you like have right now.
All
at
I
all.
have.
Can we take these?
Yes.
Are they protected? Because
All I ask is a update on my son.
so I
Etrian.
haven't played in a while. Do I know what happened to his son?
He's
I
a
imagine
great
I was in the
dude.
midst of everything.
Um,
Did he go off and like try to save the refugees or?
yeah, so Alharik was a part of Esfia Falls. He was integral to the survival of like hundreds and hundreds of people. He went up to Port Royal with with Caroline. Actually, no, wait, did he not want to go up there because of Thaddeus's men? No, he went to Moyo with Boris. So he is in safely in Zawadi, hanging out.
Helping to rebuild.
Okay.
Then yeah, I would tell him all that,
Okay.
and then
So
apologize for not keeping up. It's just been crazy.
tell me what crazy is.
I'll tell him everything.
Okay.
I mean, we've already been entirely honest with him up to this point with stuff that,
Press him with
Okay.
all the shit.
So you
Yeah.
guys just list everything.
and let him know how focusing on how great Ahari is doing, because that was the whole thing. I just honestly, like he turned into such a great guy. I just didn't. It wasn't as much of a concern, which I should have still passed on to you. So I apologize for that. But
That's fine. That's fine. So
he's a hero.
I'm just now realizing I didn't do any break for you guys, so I apologize. Do you want to take a quick one?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
So let's take a quick 5-10 minute break. Sorry, guys.
You're
no
good.
problem.
a cutoff time?
No cutoff time at the moment.
And
Not
we're good.
really like 10:30.
Okay, because I've got stuff planned for like not only like getting to Via Macania, but like getting inside the city and doing things. So there's plenty of other content if you guys are willing to, but like, you know.
I'm good for whatever, but we're back on.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody. We are coming at you still en route all the way from the Mutineers HQ to Via Macania. However, we are en route. Etrian got a call from Loratus and decided that he needed to do a check-in, and you guys came in to a hero's feast, and during that hero's feast you guys learned a thing or two about Stordak and the legendary artifacts that he's going after, named the Frost King's remnants, or remnants of the Frost King. That's a better way to put it. But Sheila, Loratus looks at you and says, "You're pretty much in the clear."
Well, Loratus, I'm just gonna scoot out with these books because these have some known locations in there.
Okay.
I'm super appreciative.
Yours? Do you want to? I mean, I think Mara Utag will probably continue to watch Stordak. She's kind of fascinated with the story. She wants to see what happens.
Oh yeah, like absolutely. I want to keep tabs on him, no doubt.
Okay, well, God bless. Have you guys utilized the books I gave you? It's been quite some time.
Sort of. So I guess we just
Oh,
started
working
to.
on it? You guys have not.
Fireproof or scryproof the ship.
Well, Etrian gets really busy sometimes, and sometimes he doesn't.
Well,
He can't make a Wednesday night.
I can't. I'm just surprised you guys live such a chaotic life that I would assume that that would be on the top priority for you guys.
It is. It's just other stuff keeps happening. So like
That's why
the
I like.
top spot is very fluid.
So the first thing you guys are after is Thadious. Do you want me to scry on? We tried scrying on him once and it didn't work. Is there anybody around him that I can try and scry on? I mean, unless he can't have every single one of his.
Adrian something.
Ooh, yeah.
Adrian, sorry. And he's like quickly trying to fumble for a pen. What was that? Adrian, roll a history check.
Adrian Pummel.
There it is.
Notes.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not that.
All right. Okay. I will. Do you have a description besides that?
I don't know.
I think he's a
I don't
fairy.
think so.
No, his first mate's a fairy. I don't know anything about him.
Oh yeah, what about
First
was
mate.
it Barnaby?
Barnaby? Barnaby. Okay.
Was that the first mate that was the fairy?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So Adrian, Pommel, and Barnaby.
Barnaby
Okay.
the fairy.
Barnaby the fairy. Finding a fairy in an ocean. Okay. Anything else that I can help you with? Besides this, I mean, I think. Can you pass me some of the cupcakes? Oh, why am I asking? And then he just like mage hands the plate over and grabs two or three. Maruta grabs one off of his plate while he's not looking. Their tails like flick back and forth at each other. So you guys are welcome to stay the night. You said you were on your way to Via Macania? Do you know much about that city? It's
No.
quite large.
Please tell us.
Ooh, well, so we'll say that Via Macania was one of the first cities to ever be established on the continent of Travaza. It's quite old. Like we're talking centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries. I think
I heard that.
400, maybe 500 years old, something somewhere around there. They might be 600. They might be celebrating the 600 soon. But Villa Macania was the sister city to another great city that was it's called Gnosi Alsos, and they provided and shared all of these technological and arcane advances that none of us had ever even seen. And they were from the ocean; they were basically alien, and so the this marriage sort of formed between the two. And they shared theirs, and Via Macania flourished, and it is now one of the, and I'm pretty sure it's the biggest city in the world.
Bigger than Port Royal.
Port Royal is a candle. Via Macania is a bonfire.
That's terrible.
Quite large. We're talking millions of people stacked on top of each other. I hate it.
Yeah, that
Down
sounds
the way.
honestly sounds kind of terrible.
Oh, she's.
Our-
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. What was the other place you said?
Gnosiosos.
Hey.
It's just a legendary city that sunk because during the Dragon War I was attacked and
Okay,
fell
cool.
into the ocean.
All right. Oh, it's a sister city, so it's like near there.
No, it's gone. It was sunk. It was destroyed.
What was near there?
It was near there. It was right next
Alright.
to the Cradle of Creation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that. Yeah.
You
Where's
don't know
that?
what that is, do you? The Cradle of Creation is
Of
quite
course
an
I know what
interesting
that
place.
is.
I wish I could be there for when it happens, but it is a giant. Well, it's hard to explore because the waters are so turbulent, but uh, it is the vents that erupt from the bottom of the ocean floor that spew out. We're talking boiling heat doesn't even touch it. We're talking just touching the water would just dissolve all of you within an instant. Comes out from this earth and releases all of these gases and nutrients into the air. And legend has it that there is an ancient leviathan that flies. That every so often it leaves that little area and it is the entire source of all of the storms for this entire world. It makes one great trip around the world, and then goes back to sleep for I don't know, maybe a millennia. I think it's millennia.
A storm god.
Yeah, it. I'm just picturing it would be just, and he starts to cast major image to like the best of his ability. This elegant, long-faced dragon that has these jagged, almost like deer antlers that jut straight back. He's like, just imagine it, just releasing all of this energy into the clouds, and then like you see this like this giant lightning strike, and then it dissipates. He goes, "I'm sorry, I believe I have too much wine."
So when do you think was the last time this lightning storm god
Oh,
existed?
do I have no idea, to be honest. I would need to go look up that in a book.
A millennia or so, would you say?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
I don't know. Haven't been around for that long, but
Sure seems like an awful lot of power.
well, that is true. Do you think it lives in the hole, or that it comes from another place through the hole, and then back into it, and then goes back into its own place?
Hmm.
Like maybe it goes into the elemental plane of air, and that's where no, because what if it was fire that comes up? What if no? Because that wouldn't make sense either. And he's gonna start babbling off about like all of the elemental planes and like theorizing how the cradle of creation works, or possibly. And
Done is just like wrapped, just like soaking up every word that he speaks.
Big Sam.
nice. But he will fade off into the wee hours of the night as you guys like have finished dinner and you guys have gotten to that point where like you followed him as he was walking around his giant castle, just talking to you guys. You know, the little kids running around you. But it's getting late. And I think this dragon needs to go to bed. Um, are you guys staying the night?
We should probably head
Uh,
back.
Yeah.
yeah. Before we leave, I want to ask him how he's doing with that dragon's head that we dropped off, that he was animating for the trade.
Right. Okay, let's see if he's gotten to it. I have made great progress. It's
Oh,
not done
sweet.
yet, but I have been able to articulate a lot of the jaw, and I'm working on some stand-in spine to work into it, so it looks like it's fading into existence.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool, but it's not done yet.
That's worth the wait. I don't know
Yeah.
if I'm gonna want to trade this away anymore. Maybe we'll make it like the prow of our ship.
Yeah, I would suggest, does he have a building that has a roof that this can be put on, or a large, sturdy surface?
Our boat.
Would our boat be big enough and heavy enough?
Oh no, it's actually. I mean, I guess I could just do the disc, and then it could just float on the disc, but then it would up the price. But it's fine. Oh, like I said, I'll figure out exactly what I want to do, and then I'll get back to you. But
Okay,
it is getting to the point where it looks like it is a very hearty roar.
sweet. And how much is it all gonna cost?
Oh, couple thousand. Say you're up to like 2, 3.
Hmm.
It's really just the enchantment crystals to make sure it all stays together and replicates the same motion over and over again. It's the durability of the thing.
How much is a platinum worth again?
10 gold.
Okay. Huh. I'm glad I'm giving away more gold then. Just let me know how much it costs and I'll start paying it off.
Okay.
I give him 600 right now, just like as a down payment.
Well,
Six
are
platinum.
are you for yourself?
Huh?
Are you keeping this for yourself, Etrian?
Oh no. Well, I don't know yet. I don't know if it's awesome. I don't really want to give it away.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, Etrian, it's going to be awesome. But if you're selling it, then I can very easily put you on credit, and then you can just sell it and then pay me whatever you have. Come on, we are friends here.
All right, that's fair.
I
Then yeah, I
understand,
know
and
some of my trade some
I
stuff
am
for it.
humbled at the fact that you are trying to be honest about this. But please, like the rest of your friends, enjoy what I have.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm gonna get that ring.
Okay, cool. So you guys can say goodbyes to Lorana, say goodbye to the small like gaggle of kids that are waiting. Mara Utag is also there. She packs y'all a little to-go bag of scones and some bread. And then I'd say a little bit of chocolate that has been wrapped in like some like enchanted wax paper that makes it like cool to the touch. But she gives you like little goodie bags and she sends you on your way. You guys are teleporting via plants?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you walk out to the courtyard. It is well, let's do this. Oh my god. Okay. Magmore, because I rolled a natural 20, it's a new moon.
Oh.
Would you like to look up in the sky and roll me a perception check?
Yeah.
As you realize that it is very dark when you get into the courtyard.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
It's
That's
meant to be.
So, Magmore, as everyone else is kind of saying their goodbyes to Lorada, so you said yours a little bit hastily because you caught the fact that it's brand new moon, and you just instinctively, your feet carry you further and further out into the center of this courtyard, and you look off and you see two, and it's really funny that you have these two flames that are like dancing behind you, because you notice that all of the other stars, once you see them, go dim. It's like there's no other stars in the sky, and you see these two. If you're gonna, if wherever you are, it would be, so you are here. Hold on. If we're looking at the map right now, you're at Larotisus. Here.
I don't. Where is that on here?
We
You on roll 20?
Yes.
The
Okay,
very
so
bottom.
go very bottom.
Yep. Okay.
So you're there with a natural 20. There's one flame that looks off in this direction, and then one off in this direction.
I can't see what you're doing on the map.
Why?
You zoom out a little bit,
No.
or it's just not shared.
No, I don't know why it's not doing it. So here. Just draw a circle. So you saw it off. And can you see these? Can you see this green thing?
No.
What the fuck?
I can.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, I can. Can you see the edge of the map? It's
Hold
right
on,
next to
let-
the right-hand edge.
Hold on, let me reload. Give me a second. Okay, do it again.
Just look for the circle.
Oh. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. I got you.
So those are the two circles that you can see off in that direction.
Okay.
And they are like, you can see the fire that is burning and dancing off of the top of these like perfect spheres.
Okay. I'm just gonna like turn back behind me and be like, do you guys like see this? Does anybody else like, is this just specifically my vision?
Bagwell, we don't have time for your bullshit. We're all leaving.
You guys don't see that?
And then Heavy Neck comes over. What are you fucking talking about?
There are two.
There's stars. Yeah, great. Let's go. They're pretty. Come on. And he's like grabbing your arm to try and pull you in.
When
Can
you
I
have
like
divine sense, I don't. No.
with the net 20, can I just like understand that like that is one of them is near Port Royal? Like it's just like in the direction of where we do I know where do I realize where we are on the map?
One is northeast, while the other one looks almost directly east.
Okay. All right, I'm just gonna like look up into the sky and be like, I'll be back in a month.
Okay. So
Call them twice, then making them wait.
Heavy Neck drags you into. Well, yeah. Now that we've established when the new moon is, we can just do an actual month from now.
Can Finn go up to Magmore real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
And just, I think Finn just wants to be like, Finn and Magmar are like tight at this point, so Finn wants to be like, what'd you see, buddy?
Dude, do you not see those two bright ass stars out there?
Then it just looks like
To the northeast.
I see stars.
You see them all?
Yeah, I mean, do you not see them all?
So no, right now the whole sky is dark for me and I can only see two bright stars. Like I can see them all, they're all dim, but like there are two stars to the northeast in the east that are on fire for me.
I don't know the word in common for that, but I think the Gith word is astigmatism.
Oh man!
It cuts too deep.
The one guy without glasses says.
I know.
All right, I mean, I was thinking, whatever, man. We're gonna come back here, and I'm gonna show you what I was talking about.
Like here, or like, you want to go in the sky?
I don't know, honestly, yet.
Cause I'm down to go in the sky.
As-
If you're like trying to go up there in the sky, I'm down.
Isn't somebody else trying to go up in the sky?
Let's
I
fucking do
mean-
it.
I mean, I may or may not have the ability to fly. I haven't tried it.
That sounds particularly interesting. You should, if you figure it out, you should teach me.
I'll let you know how it goes when I try.
Actually, to be honest, I had actually been meaning to ask you. I've been meaning. I guess there's no real easy way to say this. I would like to pick your brain about harnessing the power of a god.
Okay. I'm currently in contact with mine. I
Okay.
know I haven't said that to anyone, but like it's really new for me, and I don't
Well, you
really
always-
know how to handle it.
Wait, no. So you always talk to your god. You're
Yeah, but
saying your
he's
god
never
talks
really
back?
talked. Okay, yes, but he's finally talking back to me.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know
that
that,
happened twice on the boat.
you know that like gods aren't real, right?
Like, well, then what the heck is this guy?
I don't know. Could be like a demon of some sort.
I mean, he's giving me a lot of power.
He's giving you so God gives you. You know.
Oddly
you-
enough, both sides do that.
He's
Okay.
not particularly asking me for anything back.
So you know. So
He
when
also called you his child.
Yes,
Ooh,
there's
that's never a good sign.
that's so interesting. Are you like his literal child?
I don't know. Papa?
Oh my god.
Can
Are
I
you my
have some
dad?
please, Papa?
You know what sounds like a fucking god though, is some leviathan that lives under the fucking crack in the ocean that creates all the storms for a fucking millennium.
That's
That's
I
a
can get
fucking
behind.
god.
That sounds like
Yeah.
a monster.
That is a fucking god.
I want to harness that power.
That sounds awesome. I will help you with that.
You would. I'm pretty sure that power is enough to blow you up and 10,000 more of you.
That sounds great.
Yeah, but fuck it, why not?
I
We
mean,
can
but really, what's the
try.
worst that could
1
happen?
second.
I believe you do not want to know what the worst that could happen is.
They just would die, and then would
Does
from
someone-
the sounds of it
does
pretty
so-
quickly
Does
and thoroughly.
someone, not me or Finn, have
Wait, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Because, I
Wait a
mean, then
minute.
I'm not worried.
Have what magic?
Healing?
Oh, I do.
I can reincarnate eventually.
But
Well-
what if I didn't blow up?
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Right.
That fucking giant in that story that fucking Loratus told Sheila, that was technically a mortal that ascended to godhood. So I mean, in theory, you could you might be able to survive it if you get powerful enough.
Yeah, like
Do side quests.
no, like legit, I can do a lot of shit, and I can learn how to do a lot of shit that I probably shouldn't be able to do.
Yeah, you
So,
do
like-
do a lot of shit that doesn't make sense.
So like
You already
maybe I
do
can
that.
just maybe I can just fucking do it. I don't know.
I don't know either. That sounds
But-
fucking great.
But
we
Mag-
want to get this free.
So how do you want to do that?
but Magma, if you're telling me
You
that
wanna-
you're able to harness the power of a literal god, which still have my doubts about, but
Listen,
you're my
I
friend,
don't
I
fully
believe you.
understand what's happening either yet.
I believe that you believe it,
Okay.
to put it that way. And that's very cool. And hopefully something sick happens from that.
All right, can I? All right, I don't know how you want this to work. I want to try to like use the wings.
Okay, so do you have wings yet? Do you already have them?
No, I feel like the way I flavor it, I just have them like come out like flames, and then like I could like cast them.
Okay, is this a homebrew thing or is this part of your class?
No, this is just something I'm like
Asking your god for.
asking my god for.
Okay, so
However you want it. I'm
No,
not trying to.
I already got it. I got it. I got it. I got it, baby. So you're focusing on your wings, correct?
Yep.
You sit there and you instinctively like you like hold your arms out a little bit just to like get your arms a little spread. And then you watch Finn, you watch the hair like right on the back of his neck starts to stand up, and then the rest of his hair starts to move and flow with this wind that does not blow anything around you.
Alright, I've seen this shit before, so
Watch him. The hair start. It looks like there's an updraft, and then Magmore. What kind of clothes are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing my plate.
Okay, so what's underneath the plate?
Me?
Is it like a shirt?
Is
Oh.
it just nothing?
A cloth shirt?
Just a naked dude in plate mail.
Just like a cloth
Oh,
shirt.
don't go anywhere cold.
No, just like like a cloth shirt and just like cloth pants.
Okay, so Finn, you're watching this white wispy smoke start to smolder from his collar. But then his hair stops moving. And the smoke stops. And then nothing happens. Magmore, you like the next time that you lean up against something or a breeze blows your shirt, it feels hot right on the back of your shoulder blade, the inside of your shoulder blades.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay, buddy, be careful. You're gonna like burn your shirt here, and Finn's gonna like cast mending on his shirt.
Oh, thanks, man. I can smell
Finn,
it.
roll a perception check as you're patting him down
Okay.
and like moving his shirt around. Yeah, you are just not.
Nope.
You're not a perceptive boy this evening.
No, not at all. So yeah, you pat him out.
Dude,
The
you're like
back-
on fire. You're like
His
stop
back-
this.
His back, right around like where like his shoulder blades are, is like hot, really hot. It's, like in that specific area in like a line.
Does he even perceive that?
Well, I mean, it would just be warm to the touch in that specific area, but like he doesn't see or perceive anything else. But
Well,
like you were smoking, so
Finn's used to Magmore being like extremely
Makes-
warm anyway,
yeah,
so
it makes sense. Yeah. Oh, he's gone.
Invisible in the
No.
middle of a conversation.
Yeah.
Again?
Bye.
All right.
Isn't he running the stream?
until
what the
Finn
fuck?
gets
Can you hear
back-
me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
We
can't
lost
see you
you.
though.
Oh, your camera just shit the bed then. Hello?
Oh my god.
Now we can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Well, it's loading.
All right. Well,
I can
So-
hear you also.
that's fine. So you guys can get rushed through the plant portal. Etrian and Heavy Neck are just sitting there waiting for you guys to wrap it up. But you guys can make your way finally back onto the. Your Phantasma looks at you. She's been sitting there, just kind of reading some, like, looks like it's a paperback book. Oh, glad to see you. Baroness. Oh, glad you could make it for dinner. It's cold. I spent all night making it.
Thank you. We'll grab some food.
Very nice.
I'm kidding. I did not make
Oh.
anything.
I'm not that surprised.
That's what it was, the joke. She puts the book down and then like takes a big swig of rum. I'm not taking it.
Did we bring doggy? Can we have brought doggy bags from the
Yeah.
Heroes Feast back for everybody?
Well, you guys can. Oh yeah, I mean, you guys can
Oh
definitely.
yeah,
take
here's the.
And you also have the goodie bags that was given to you by Maru Utag.
So it's like that's fine. We brought stuff back and give some people some food.
Oh, what is that? It smells so
It's
good.
magic.
And she takes those. Oh, where did you get this? Oh, and she takes a huge bite and goes, it's so soft and warm. Oh, and she just like wolfs it down. Goes, that was. Can I have another one? Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I
She's
brought a
like-
bunch.
she, like, and it's kind of it's a little sad to see her like try and still haphazardly use her stub to try and like open the bag.
Oh.
Gets it open. She's oh. So where did you get this?
A wizard in a tower.
Well,
It's the most accurate description I can give.
I am going to be honest. If you guys just brought these to the table, it would be enough. These could win a war. I'm pretty sure.
Very good.
But you guys get back onto the deck. Magmore, you look up and you notice that the two stars look like they are now roughly like northeast-ish and southeast-ish. So they definitely changed in like orientation from where you were.
You said northeast and southeast?
Yeah. So if you look at the map, I've just put these dots
Yep.
where they like exist on the horizon.
Okay.
So like wherever you are in like relation to these.
I
so
got
if
you.
you're up in ear, yeah, exactly. But those will be marked and you guys and you at least have like now two references to know kind of where they are in relation. But we are now cresting right around it's hard to miss all of the traffic and the boats, but you guys find yourselves making a like easy, long, listful right turn into the bay of hold on. Into the Amana Bay. I will bring you guys up onto the new map of Via Macania. And Plank is especially excited. Etrian, she drags you out like in the early morning, and she is like just giddy with wanting and it, like just to see this because she hasn't been here in like probably 5 years, and it's a sight
Oh
to
shit.
behold. Welcome to
Oh,
Via
that's awesome.
Macania.
Okay.
Welcome to the city of innovation. Via Macania is about the surface area, the size area of Long Island. It boasts a massive half mile. Is it a quarter mile or half? If you use your ruler, it's an actual distance.
Oh
So
shit.
it is a half mile harbor. That is the
Jesus.
nickname.
Jesus.
You look over, you can see very clearly marked a naval fleet that is flying the red, yellow, black, and white flags of Via Macania. Who has a passive perception above an 18? I know you
I
do.
do.
I do.
Okay,
I do also.
if it's above an 18,
It's a
not only
19.
do you notice the massive, these massive towers that are jutting out from the water with these like entrancing blue flames, but you also see these huge statues that are lit with similar flame right on the top of the head. An archer being the one for as the protector of the harbor. Has anybody seen a blimp before?
I have only read about them.
I believe so.
Probably not.
I've seen sketches.
Nocton.
Hey guys, what the hell are those?
Sketches were kind of crude compared to what you see.
Oh, actually, wait a minute.
No, you're from Ravnica.
I definitely would have seen one in
Yeah,
Ravnica.
dude, like blimps are kind of like mediocre tech too.
Yeah.
So when you get in at Nocton, the rest of you are probably marveling at it, but you see blimps. They looks like they are pedaled with these propellers and these small little they're cylinders that look like they're ejecting this blue light out from behind them, and it looks like it's carrying them very slowly across the sky. It looks like there's a carriage. It looks like a carriage with a balloon attached to the top, with ropes coming from the carriage and attaching it to the top of it, with these arcane glyphs, thrusters on either side. And it looks like there's people inside of these carriages that are like running, like walking around. There's like little platforms where you can see them come out to railings. But you guys get to the I call it the the great arcane curtain. But as you guys approach this first little like gateway of the columns, you hear a as a ship that is clad in all sorts of Via Macania regalia starts to turn its bow towards you guys. And slowly but surely, it makes its way right up along your port side. On top of the deck, it looks like there is all manner of deck hands, so nothing special, like we're talking like pants and vests and shirts. Some look like they're like fishermen, fully tattooed. There is, though, the Naval Guard, which these guard members are clad in full plate. It's a little bit more there's less plate to it. It still acts as plate, but because they are the naval fleet, it looks like there is like room to breathe in this getup. So there's no torso coverage. It's only the top plate. There's little thigh plates, but there's no boots. There's gauntlets and elbows, but maybe not shoulders. So it's a little bit lighter to be able to move around and not die in the fucking heat. But on their breast, you can see that there is the similar Via Macania crest, which is if you've ever seen the Maryland flag, it's oddly similar. So there's a lot of checkered that it sits behind, but there is a white hammer and anvil that has a white wreath that sits around both sides, and right above it you see that there is a little upside down triangle with a like just like a small dot, that a circle that's been cut out with a little dot in the middle of it, and it's fairly simplistic in that nature. But hello, welcome to Via Macania. We don't recognize, haven't seen this ship before, I don't think. Check the logs. Who might you guys be? And show your papers, please, just please do us this honor. We are going to board your ship, if that's okay with you. Standard procedure, really. And then you hear as this big long board comes over the bow and then hits your deck. And then you see a couple guards that look like they have glaives and small, not huge shields, but those little bucklers as they walk onto your ship. And the guy who addressed you comes up. He's got a little white cape that hangs off of his left shoulder, kind of like, kisses his heels as he walks. Hops onto your ship. All right, let's show him. So you look around and you don't see Phantasma at all. But Teddy, there you go. We're here on business. Gotta meet with one of the uppers. You know the deal. They're looking for something. We gotta take it to them. And he hands this paper very nonchalantly. He's gonna roll a persuasion check. Does anybody want to help? Actually, let's let one of you guys roll this. So can somebody roll
Got it.
D20 with a +3?
Persuasion? Nope.
No, this is his persuasion. I'm just letting someone else roll it.
I give someone guidance.
Yeah, so someone roll a D20 with a +3 with advantage. Or no, with a D4.
D4.
D20.
Ooh. Not done. Even in someone else's body.
With advantage.
With
No,
advantage.
No, you can just do a 1D4. It was just guidance.
Well, no, if someone wants to help, you can also get
Oh, yeah.
I'll let a heavy neck try to help. Or Finn, you got it?
Did you say with advantage though?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll again. Okay, so 17 plus what? You said
Plus
plus 4.
3.
Plus 3.
Plus 3 plus a D4.
Oh boy.
Please tell me that's sufficient.
Roll your D4 too.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you need. I mean, you're
You needed that. You needed that.
with the guidance. You just barely. He stops to grab the paper, and then like the scroll looks up at him for a second, and then briefly, and then pulls it away, unrolls it. And going to see. I don't recognize that name. Can you make sure that's a real name? That's just look. It just sounds like bullshit. Can you please? And he hands off the scroll to someone else, who then runs over to the opposite side of the deck and calls for somebody. He goes, just wait like 1 minute. It's a record check. It's fine. You see this wispy old man with this big old tome come over, slam it down on the railing, and go. And he combs through a ton of pages, thumbs down, looks through. Yeah, it checks out. It's fine. Did you really do this for just a name? You could have highlight of my day. And then
Brian?
He just angry. It's a very old man, kind of a little, not exactly Brian, but he's got like this similar kind of like 3 hairs that's pulled over to one side. But he will close the tome and head back towards whatever hole he came out of. The guard looks over, big old smile. He goes, "All right, well, you guys check out. Welcome to Via Magania." And then, sorry about and he like goes over and he can see like that when the board hit, one of the like railing posts fell out of the railing. So
Oh, dude.
sorry, that was like that when we found it. And like, he hops over, and then the rest of them come and pull the boat over, and you hear a as it then starts to pull away from you guys and back into its little patrol post. And as you guys pass through, as the wind fills your sails once more and you pass through, you notice that the 2 closest lights or closest flames as you crossed went pulsed with a brighter like energy just for a moment in your passing, and then dimmed right back to normal.
Would I know what that means?
Roll an Arcana check.
I can do that.
And give him guidance.
Sure, very good at them too. You can roll guidance.
Plus a depot.
Oh, yes. D4. 22.
You would be able to discern that what you probably just passed through was an invisible, it's probably a combination of the alarm spell, some type of like multi-planar warding. Like it felt like you went through a protective bubble almost. Like,
I'm going to say, why is it that this portion of your plane seems to have technology and magics significantly advanced compared to the rest of it? Why was I not transported here first? That would have been much more convenient.
that's a really fucking good question. Well, I've never fucking heard of this place. I mean, obviously I've never heard of the place anyway, but this place seems way ahead of everybody else.
Nocton, could you put one of those balloon things on our boat?
Nocturne, why are we dropped anywhere? Like,
That would've
let's get
been useful.
existential for a second here. Why were any of us dropped where we were?
I do not know. Do you know? Does your god know? Does any god know? Are gods real? Are we truly getting existential at this moment in time?
What? Excuse me? Who's God?
I'm sorry, I am overwhelmed by the sheer volume of technology and magics that I can use to possibly advance my knowledge and return home, or if not return home, become a god on this plane.
That's legit. Why are you trying?
Concerning.
Why are you trying so hard to leave? Why not just become a god
Yeah.
on this plane?
I did not mean a god in the sense that you all might believe in gods. I simply meant someone superior to all others.
I knew
Well,
what the fuck you meant.
Yeah, no, I think we all got the gist.
And I'm fucking down for that shit.
I mean, as long as we're all okay with everybody coming by it, yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's
Um,
2 gods in our party.
low key terrified what knocked on would be the fucking god of.
At least things would finally be orderly.
Robots?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it would definitely be fair.
God of sarcasm.
You hear Teddy start to whistle as you guys creep further into Port Legante. Can you see all these labels?
Yep.
Yes.
I can.
I'm just sort of looking around and I say, did someone mention that this is called the Half Mile Bay because it is nearly exactly 1 mile long?
Well, okay, where are you measuring from? I'm measuring from the mouth.
5,000.
Oh no, I'm going that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah, no. I'm going from the mouth.
Okay. Yeah, then it makes sense. Okay.
Oh, no, yeah.
You were questioning yourself so far.
Oh yeah, because I was like, man, I know I'm sometimes bad at math, but oh, all right, cool. So you guys make your way into Port Legante. You can see that this city is absolutely bustling and brimming to the it's absolutely brimming with life. There are people of all shapes, all colors, all creed. There are like dragonborns, there are ganassi, there are tabaxis, there are dwarves, there are gnomes, there are everybody. Finn, you do not see any sea elves though.
That's what I thought.
I don't
Yeah.
remember what's her name.
That's
What's the
That's the one you don't see.
what's the lady with like the little mini owl's name? Your artificer.
Oh, Naomi?
Yeah, I would just say Naomi was correct. This is a place I will enjoy.
Yeah, Naomi's actually from the city.
Yeah.
Hey Sheila,
Yeah.
you see those
What's up?
things flying around up there?
Yeah.
Want to go on one?
Absolutely.
You think? Well, I can only take one person.
Oh, damn it. It's one of those. Yeah, you go.
You think we get in trouble?
Yes.
I can bring somebody else.
We're already kind of caught. All right. This is what we're doing now?
I just
happening.
say
Is this
I
happening?
thought we were attempting to keep a low profile.
You know
we?
who you're with?
Yeah, but what is? Yeah, but what's a low profile mean?
Finn, while you are
Is that relative?
while you're discussing this, a sparrow lands on your shoulder and starts pecking at your hair.
What the fuck is this shit?
And as you
I
look
believe that
over-
is a
and as you
sparrow.
look over, it flies over to your other shoulder and starts pecking at your hair again. And if you look over to try and see it again, it's gonna fly on top of your head.
I think I hate this more than I've ever hated anything ever.
I say that is a sparrow. Passadere
Hey, he likes you.
passeriformis.
It then flies down, drops out of view from the back of his skull, and you watch arms and legs appear from behind Finn, and pulling her hair back once more,
Oh, that's a person.
Phantasma. Oh, come on, you did not like its hair? It is so marvelous, isn't it? And
You
she
were here
like
the
puts
whole
her
time?
hand over your shoulder and like sticks her cheek against your cheek and just like, isn't it grand?
Okay,
Fantastic.
bitch, do you understand how close I fucking was to thunderclapping your ass?
Sorry, I should have warned you.
Yeah, you really can't startle him.
I'm a little
You
bit.
guys think it'd be used to people turning in like from animals to people?
Didn't know she could do that.
I had no idea she could do that either. I just thought it was a bird.
I like to keep some of my talents close to
I had a
me.
fireball ready to go.
Well,
I would like to know most birds do not grow arms.
that's-
Wow.
that's
Yeah, it's a person.
He's not wrong.
good. All right.
The
So,
god of facts.
yeah,
Yeah,
facts and logic.
yeah. There you go. Actually, that would
Like
work
I
out
can
very
grant you
well.
immense power. Okay, but so I just want to make sure that the population stays even. It's like, okay, granted. All right.
No
So
questions asked.
as you guys are making your way into the port, Phantasma.
Oh, fucking
So
A.
yes, we should probably keep a low profile. But as you can see, it's going to be very easy to get lost in the crowds of this place. And it's much louder than you're going to anticipate. So we just need to make our way further into the ports. It's closer to, I think it's past the third bridge, and uh, we're going to stop. I am going to go off, and I need to meet with a individual known as Ulysses. He is one of the biggest information traders in the city, and he is an old personal friend. And I'm going to meet with him to try and figure out exactly what's the best way to make sure our plan is a success. But while I do that, I am going to need you, I, Teddy, you have already been briefed. You guys are going to go with Teddy, and we are not going to win this without ships, and we're not going to win this without men and women to help sail and make those ships operate. So you guys are going to go and try and find all of the places where there's going to be able-bodied men and women, and you're going to recruit them for our cause.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
Teddy
Is
has done
magic
this.
allowed?
Don't worry, Teddy has done this for me before. This is how, and this is a very normal thing that happens when a crew is looking to try and find more members to make a voyage. It's not uncommon.
Are we
So
permitted to go shopping while we perform your task?
absolutely. We have exactly 2 weeks in this city before they're hopefully they notice that we're staying past our welcome. But we do have time, so you can go shopping. It might be a while for me to get a hold of Ulysses, but I also have to make a few other stops with um, a few other individuals.
Where is the most capable artificer in the city located?
Okay, Nocturne, because I know you have a super high perception. You see her shoot a look to Finn for like a brief moment. You go, well, I believe there is a Artificers Guild, so you should probably just start with there. But I should warn you, I hear they have giant sticks up their asses. So they may be hard to talk to. But then again, that might be great for you.
I have been told that I am difficult to speak with.
Yeah.
I am telling you that now.
I see. Is there a specific place you would recommend to go to purchase artificing materials and devices?
If you're looking for nicer things, so the geography of this city is it is nestled into this large channel, and on there's a smaller lower platform that it the only that is separated from the upper platform by like 50 to 60 foot sheer cliffs that go straight up. And it looks like this land above on the cliff sides has been worked to make the estuary, the Estier River flow around the edges has been artificially moved to then like make all of these nice tasteful waterfalls that you see in front of you. So as you pass through the Sunset Bridge, you guys can hear roll perception checks as you guys another blimp gets close. All right, so those of you above a 15, you hear, and now we pass the warrior, standing tall as the third defender of our great port, said to hold the flame of the once true knight Elysus. Oh no, Elysus. It still guards our city, waiting for the great dragon war, the next conflict that may arise. And then it's like then it goes into like the armor is from this decade, and then the crest is from this era, and then you can see
We got
it's
the
like
new
these
tour
books that
guide.
guided Yeah, these blimps are guided tours of the city. Uh, and as you crest underneath the Warriors Bridge, you can then get underneath the Founders Bridge, and like all around the base of these giant pillars are fishers, people who are just kind of hanging out, enjoying the day, like people who are reading, kids running around, playing in the water. There's all sorts of life that you are sailing around. And right as you guys get to the Thinker, you get to the I haven't named shit. I forgot to name all the individual waterfalls. Whatever. So right when you get to where the Misty Mines are, you guys can find saddle up on port. And
This is so sloppy. I can't believe you didn't name all of the waterfalls.
I know, I fucking
How
Slacker.
dare
literally
you,
unplayable
bro?
now, guys. We have to retcon everything.
My immersion is just.
All right. So as you guys are guided into a nice little area where you're nestled in between two smaller single sailboats, you guys can stay. You guys can park your boat and get off and enjoy a nice misty breath of the lower platforms of Viomakanya. Now it's 9:30. You guys want to end it? I do have to wake up around 5.
I'm fine either way. So whatever everybody wants to do, I'm okay with.
I'd be
Yep.
good to stop.
Yeah, we might as well
I'm
call
fine
it
to
here.
stop. Yeah, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
sending you some things I'm gonna want to do.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I knew this was going to happen. I
I
feel like I'm prepared for
I
the
want a-
questions you're going to ask.
tour.
ask.
Let's go on the blimp.
Yeah, touristy shit.
Let's take a tour.
But yeah, so you guys are now in Viomakanya, and welcome.
I love it here already.
It's
Pretty
a lovely,
exciting.
lovely city. So thank you
This is
guys for
huge.
watching.
This map is crazy.
It's awesome.
Oh, it's huge. I went. This is my most ambitious map to date.
It's
Oh,
awesome.
you did this one? You do
Yeah.
most of the maps. That's crazy.
I-
That's wild.
We try to do all of them so that we don't have to worry about like giving
Copyright and stuff.
like kudos or anything.
I've tried like 3 map makers and I just sit there for an hour like I have no idea what to do.
Yeah.
We really should do like a West March guys like, hey, this is how I do incarnate maps.
That would be a fun.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
Joe says he expects all of the waterfalls named by tomorrow.
Yeah.
I
Motherfucker.
will get them there. Don't worry.
Waterfall
I'll
A,
fix
waterfall
everything,
B.
sorry.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Well, this good as time as any. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, players. And
Good night,
I
everybody.
think that we're gonna have a session tomorrow. I'm not sure. Stay tuned and check us out, anyways.
Woo!